Hey guys, it's Bryony. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Wuka underwear. Wuka is a new company that have just launched in the UK. In fact, they're on Kickstarter right now, so I will put the link down below for that. And they make period underwear, and in fact I believe they're the first UK company to start producing period underwear, so that's quite exciting as well. I've actually had this pair for a few months now. This is just a prototype, so the actual Wuka underwear looks a bit different from this, but it's constructed the same way with the same fabric, so what I thought of it should be the same as what the actual underwear will be like. Anyway, so this is the extra small. The underwear itself is made from eco-friendly fabrics. They are derived from beechwood fibres, I think. Beechwood fibres, yeah. And they're a British designed pair of underwear, and they use ethical manufacturers, so the workers get paid a fair wage, they get social benefits and fair working hours as well, so that's another nice aspect of this underwear. The other nice thing about the Wuka underwear is that the company is gender neutral, and they have designed the Wuka underwear to be very unisex, so whether you identify as female, non-binary, transgender, however you identify, the underwear should suit you very well. It's not pink, blue, whatever, it's very much, as I said, it's unisex. So that might be something to consider if you're somebody who doesn't want to identify as female but still obviously is menstruating, then maybe this is a good alternative for you. And they also try and use gender neutral terms as well. So what did I actually think of the underwear? Well, the one thing I did notice about this underwear is that the sizing comes up a bit bigger than other period underwear brands. Usually they size them quite small because period underwear really and truly needs to be tight to be comfortable. It needs to fit, well, not tight but snug. It needs to be really snug in order to be comfy when you're wearing it. And this is the extra small, but I found these, which is the smallest size they do, they go from extra small to extra large. But I did find them to be a little bit loose. They were still alright, still comfortable, but I think they would have been even more comfortable if they had been just a little bit more snug. So that was like the first thing I sort of noticed about them. Inside, there's a good amount of coverage, which some people are very happy to hear. The absorbency doesn't go all the way from the front, but it goes very close from the front, quite a long way back here. So you get a good amount of absorbency in them without having that sort of, well, looking like you're wearing a nappy, I guess. And it's not particularly thick, as you can see when I fold it up. There's good absorbency in there. You won't feel like you're not wearing anything, but it also won't feel like you've got a massive pad between your legs. That is quite cleverly designed. Inside, the top fabric is designed to be a wicking fabric, which means it takes the blood and the moisture away from your skin and is absorbed into the pad, so you shouldn't feel dry. You can wear the underwear for up to 8 hours and it can hold about 4 tampons worth, which is really great. I didn't have any problems with it leaking. I wore it overnight. That was really comfortable as well. The thing you have to remember with period underwear is because sometimes people look at it and they think, oh, well, the absorbency doesn't go very far. But because it's worn very tight against your body, there's nothing shifting around like you might get with a pad. So you might find you don't actually need as much coverage as you would with a typical pad because it's so well fitting to your body that you don't need it to go quite as far forwards or quite as far back. As I said, this one does go, compared to some period underwear I've seen, they go further up and further back than that, and I know that's a real pro for some people because there are other brands that only have a little bit right in the crotch and people say they need more than that, so this does go quite far up either way. The sides of this one are also kind of interesting. They're sort of like this mesh fabric, and I think that is still there on the new design, although a slightly different version of it, but I thought it looked quite cool because it made them look still kind of yeah, I guess kind of sexy if you wanted to look sexy in them. Like I said, like they're unisex. There's nothing about them that would scream sexiness at you at the same way as if they had like lace and they were cut at like a, what's it called, cheeky cut or anything like that. They're proper pants. But you can definitely feel quite good in them. You don't feel like you're wearing your grandmother's underwear when you've got these on. They look nice on and they fit really well, which is really great. So you can still feel very comfortable, comfortable, competent and comfortable. Comfortable, there you go, there's a new word for you. When you're wearing them, which is really awesome. The lady who runs Wuka is actually originally from Nepal, and one of her main goals is to try and break through the stigmas and taboos that surround menstruation, particularly out there. She told me herself that one of the things that she encountered growing up there was that when she was menstruating, she wasn't allowed to be touched for 4 days because of all the stigma that surrounds them, and Nepal is known for being pretty bad for this. So that's something else that they're doing by buying this underwear. You're helping to break through the taboos that surround that stuff, and that's always a nice thing to do because I think it's really important, especially now we're really moving towards this goal. It's about time we break through all that social stigma, and you will be helping with that when you buy this underwear too. Wuka's slogan is wake up and kick ass, and they actually sent me a t-shirt with this on the back, which I love wearing when overnight and waking up in the morning. I think it's a great slogan to have on. Unfortunately I don't have it here, but you can see it on their Kickstarter page or on their website if you want to. But overall, I would definitely recommend the Wuka underwear. I found it very comfortable, I had no problems of leaking or anything, it was very absorbent. Like I said, the only thing I would have personally liked is if it had been a little bit smaller, but bear in mind I have a very small bum. I'm a UK size 6, which I think is a US size 2 or 4. I'm not entirely sure on that front, but you can look that up on Google. But yeah, so I have a very small bum. And if you were a size 8, you would easily fit this with no problem, and this is the extra small, as I said. But take a look on their website to figure out what size you are, and in fact, actually at the moment, they're just taking pledges and then they'll ask you your size later on, so you don't have to worry about that for the meantime. But like I said, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's a great idea, they work really well, I think it's a great company to support, and I will leave the link in the description box down below. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Don't forget, if you'd like to get cloth pads or menstrual cup, you can grab them from my website up here. Check out my last video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.